Good evening, and welcome to Doctorpiece Theater. My name is Dr. Dennis Business. And tonight, we will continue our dive into the magic of the unicorn. We will find that unicorn, and we will claim it for ourselves, friends. Because that is where we begin tonight. When we last left the forest, we were met with a choice. The water supply in our village has become horribly tainted, so we headed out to see the wisest and eldest woman in our village, Marie Claire. She gave us some advice, some encouragement, and a pendant to keep us safe. From there, we headed out to the graveyard, looking for a place of woe. A place of woe it is, but the right one it is not. So we began walking, and we were met with a choice. In a place that's high but low, do we take the rolling hills, or do we take the church in the valley with its tall steeple? Well, we chose the rolling hills, and we walked. And after a while, we saw a bat fly into a cave. And again, we were met with a choice. Do we follow that bat into the cave and try to catch it, or do we wait until we see a bat? And when the bats did come, they flew around the corner and showed us a cave we were previously unaware of. And in there, after being almost roasted alive with lightning bolts, we met the sorceress. The sorceress was a sorceress. She spoke in riddles and offered us help in an odd way. She said she could help with one of two spells. One would allow us to talk to the animals, and the other would provide us with a golden net used specifically for capturing magical beasts. What will we choose? Just an illusion, the sorceress explains. It's as close as I can come to creating a real unicorn, but it's no good for cleaning water. Have you ever seen a real unicorn? You ask. Several times, she replies casually. There's a unicorn living right here in the forest. Can you tell me where to find it in the forest? She shakes her head. I'm afraid not, but I should be able to help you in some other way. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to change into something more comfortable. I always think more clearly as the wind. You watch with astonishment as she flings her purple robe over her shoulder and spins until she seems to be a lavender tornado. The next thing you know, the tornado fades and a cold wind rushes around the cave, howling and shrieking. A violet cloud slowly forms, and from it, the sorceress emerges. I've got it, she announces breathlessly. I can cast one of two spells that may help you find the unicorn. I can give you the power to speak with animals, or I can knit you a golden net for catching magical beasts. Take your pick. Even if you can't find the unicorn, you'll have fun talking with other animals, says the sorceress. She scoops a handful of brown flakes from a basket. What is that? Ears and tongues from 12 creatures, she explains. You look away with disgust as she puts the flakes into a bowl and crushes them into a powder. Ready? The sorceress carefully spoons the powder into each of your ears. Open your mouth now. Don't worry, this will dissolve and you won't taste it at all. She places a dab under your tongue. You can barely tell it's there. How do I know if this works? Go ahead and try, she suggests. Call my bat. Bat! Hey, bat! You shout, feeling a little silly. Within seconds, the creature flutters towards you and squeaks, You called? Please lead me to the forest. You thank the sorceress, and then you follow the bat out of the cave and through the hills and to the edge of the moonlit forest. There, you say goodbye to the bat. Hearing a rustling in the branches above, you call, "Hello?" An owl swoops out of the darkness, startling you as it lands on your shoulder. "You must be a friend of the sorceress," it hoots. "Yes, I am. The well in my village is tainted, so I'm looking for a unicorn to clean the water." "You'll have to decide whether you want the horn or the unicorn itself," says the owl. "Why?" "This afternoon, a warlock cut off the horn of the only unicorn I know. I'm not sure how magical the unicorn is without it, but I'm willing to bet the horn has not made the warlock any less wicked. That demon is not going to be eager to lend you his new treasure. I can lead you to either, but neither one may be useful." If you answer, "Please take me to the unicorn," turn to page 55. If you are determined to get the magic horn from the warlock, turn to page 56. "It's the magic horn I need, not the rest of the unicorn," you tell the owl. "I want to meet this warlock." "Follow me." The owl leads you along a dry stream bed where water flowed before the drought. After walking a few miles, you spot the flickering of a campfire. Squinting your eyes, you can just make out a small figure dancing around the flames. "Is that the warlock?" "Lower your voice," scolds the owl. "He has extraordinary hearing and the sharpest of eyes." When you are finally close enough to get a good look, a tight knot of panic forms in your stomach. The warlock's eyes glow red in the darkness, and his gleeful howls strike terror in your heart. "Well, I guess I'll just have to ask if he'll lend me the unicorn horn," you whisper to the owl. "How many times do I have to tell you? He is not a kind-hearted soul. He has no heart at all." "He's not much taller than me. Maybe I could sneak up on him and wrestle him to the ground," you suggest. "Then I can stand up and just run away before he can stand up." You sound more confident than you really feel. "Are you sure? The warlock won't hesitate to use magic to win a battle," warns the owl. If you decide to reason with the warlock, turn to page 72. If you think you are strong enough to overpower the warlock, turn to page 83. That was our fourth try at reading The Magic of the Unicorn. And I'm just going to come out and say what everybody's been thinking. Do you need the whole unicorn, or do you just need the horn? You know, is the unicorn itself a magical being, or is it just a horse with a magic horn? You know what I mean? But nonetheless, there's some bullshit going on in the forest, because some sick motherfucker is running around and cutting horns off of either unicorns or horses, whichever one you want it to be. But either way, that is some bullshit, because you shouldn't be cutting anything off anything, especially if it's a magical horse. So, we are met with a choice. Do we walk over, reason with the warlock, ask for his help, introduce ourselves, or do we go over there and try to wrestle him to the ground and take that fucking horn? We can find out next time, because this has been Doctorpiece Theater, and my name is Dr. Dennis Business. And as always, my friends,